Good evening, everybody. I am your host, Danielle May, and this is Songs, Stories, and Stand-Up brought to you by Intervision Entertainment, happening every second and fourth Sunday of the month. Who knows what's going to happen on the fifth Sunday? Could be this, could be the other thing we do, which is scintillating stories on the first and third. Don't worry, I will remind you again later. So we have a fun lineup tonight. I'm just gonna start real quick before while we wait for stragglers to come in. Then we have Ghislaine, followed by Christine, followed by Francis. Then I'm gonna go. Then Ryan. Lori Simpson may or may not be joining us tonight, depending on how she is feeling. Beth had to bow out this evening because of family issues. Then we have Eli, followed maybe by Ara if she's feeling up to it, because she's also maybe not. Then Erin is going to end us up. However, if you are here and you would like to perform and you are not on this list, just let me know. Just drop me a message. I'll get you on the list. We'll figure something out. Few quick reminders before we do anything else. If you are not performing, keep your speaker muted so that anything that you might say or be excited about, basically anything that you may or may not be excited about, we don't want to hear it while we're performing because it might be a distraction. However, do take advantage of the chat so that if you do have words of encouragement, they can be seen in the chat either during someone's performance or afterwards. And let me tell you, those are a real treat to look at if they are very positive. And we are very positive here. I believe that was it for now. Yeah, I'll go ahead and get started while we wait for some stragglers to show up, and then I will hand it off to Ghislaine again. So, Susan, if you are in, I will use whichever name type your style of performance is. So if you're doing a bardic performance, I'll use your SCA name. And if you're doing a modern performance, I will call you Susan. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I decided to give myself a little challenge this week, just because it makes it more fun for me, because if the world is my oyster, then I just spend too long trying to figure out what I'm going to do. So I gave myself the challenge of sticking to a theme tonight. The first possible theme that Ghislaine mentioned to me was All You Need Is Love. So I decided to do a series of love songs. So everything that you hear with me and Tyrone here will be a love song tonight. So I'm going to kick this off. Here we go. This is for all you lovers out there. Earth angel, will you be my darling dear? Love you all the time. I'm just a fool in love with you. Earth angel, one I adore, love you forever and evermore. I'm just a fool in love with you. I fell for you, and I knew the vision of your love your happiness. Whoa, earth angel, please be mine, my darling dear. Love you all the time. I'm just a fool in love with you. I felt and I knew the vision of your loveliness. I hope and pray that someday that I'll be the vision of your happiness. Whoa, earth angel, please be mine, my darling dear. Love you all the time. I'm just a fool in love with you. Thank you, everybody.
Awesome.
Thank you. So that was my first love song of the evening. And I got some more love songs coming up. Next up is going to be Ghislaine.
Hello, everybody. So, as I was mentioning earlier before we started the recording, I have been in this fabulous group started by the one and only Kenzo Lee. We've been doing karaoke every single week, and it's been very challenging. Some of these folks have been on Broadway or off Broadway or done professional work of some sort, and even though technically I have, it's very challenging for me, and I love doing it. This past week, it was my suggestion that we did karaoke roulette, and Kenzo picked my song, and he happened to pick a Billie Holiday song. I am a huge fan of Billie Holiday, and yet I've never worked on this song before. So I had 2 days, and it felt pretty good, but I also would love to share this with my family in England and with my dad, as well as dedicate it tonight to my sister, who is the best blues singer I've ever known. And on that note, here we go. Them that's got shall have, them that's not shall lose. So the Bible said, and it still is news. Mama may have, Papa may have, but God bless the child who's got his own, who's got his own. Yes, the strong have more, while the weak ones fade. Empty pockets don't ever make the grade. Mama may have, and Papa may have, but God bless the child who's got his own, who's got his own. Money, you've got lots of friends. They're crowding round your door. But when you're gone and the spending ends, they don't come no more. Rich relations give, crust of bread and such. You can take your share, but don't take too much. Mama may have, and Papa may have, but God bless the child who's got his own, who's got his own. Oh, money, you've got lots of friends. They're crowding round your door. But when you're gone and the spending ends, they don't come no more. Oh, rich relations give crust of bread and such. You can help yourself, just don't take too much. Mama may have, and Papa may have, but God bless the child who's got his own, who's got his own. He just don't worry about nothing, 'cause he's got his own. Yeah, he's got his own. Oh, thank you, everyone.
Good job. That was excellent. Give us another.
Actually, I only practiced one today. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to let you pass the mic on, and if I can think of something else I can do on the fly, I'll jump back in.
All right. That sounds excellent. That sounds like a good plan. And I hope you do come up with something else because, you know, we had a few people have to bow out. So next up is someone who plays in the SCA. It is Rudaba.
Hello.
We are.
Am I on? Okay, cool. In performing circles, I'm Rudaba, just a Persian girl telling of Persian life. But I was raised in Normanton, Singapore, tour friends from Duke Rollo's strife. Come inside, my friend, have a horn of meat. Odin knows the frost of Niflheim works disarray. Need you venture out to defend the weak? Then may Valkyrie, Sigrun, and Helder bring you help. Over Bifrost, Heimdall watches us through troubled times. Do you still have food? And perhaps you can enter Saga, sailing, steering salmon in butter, living with your kin. While they might make noise, love and treasure them, as finally you have the time. Odin sends his birds to connect dear friends. Roughly copied mini skid blenders will bring us joy. Cherish what we have, and above all life. Over Bifrost, Heimdall watches us through troubled times. For France was invaded by Vikings at the start of the first millennium. Skipping forward several centuries, they were still joyfully brawling. That was the official brawl, with guest appearance from Bunny, a Renaissance dance by Thoino Arbo. Come with me to the modern day as I sing about the joys of his country. Croissants, brioche, pain perdu, truffle mousse or liver pate, chocolate and orange juice. What's for lunch now? Let's see. Des bourguignon, crab souffle, Dijon mustard, pork sauté, spinach crepe with sauce mornay. Hey. Kir Normand, Tiver, Ben, Chablis, Grand Cru, it's AOC. Marzipan by Taliban. Cannelé from a bakery. So hey, let's act fast. Come on, don't burn the demi-glace. Luggage, passports, mise en place. We don't have to save up to fly in first class. I'm getting rather thirsty. So we look around for a bar. The La Panagile is in Paris. I wonder if we are far. So I ask a hot French diver, Madame is par la Seine. Well, let's go and have grilled oysters. They're a la Dauphine, cause you're young and it's summer. Charles de Gaulle, rent a car. You've been driving for forever. I don't know where we are. So I ask a hot French diver, Madame is par la Seine. I'll eat saucisson, baby, if you'll drink champagne. Cross Pont Neuf, see the Louvre, stroll among some capital things. IHES, yes, approve. Then to Versailles, that house of kings, check out Normandy. Much Monet will we see, like water plants in Giverny. Say, Beau, shuttle to Park Asterix, it is lovelier than Disney. Montmartre, Hilltram kicks, plus a stop at Chantilly to the east. We now go to the dwellings of Arbo and many fine country chateaux. My partner for Queen's Almond is worth his gold mask. I am getting rather thirsty, so we look around for a bar. The La Panagile is in Paris. I wonder if we are far. So I ask a hot French diver, Madame is par la Seine. Well, let's go and have grilled oysters. They're a la Dauphine, cause you're young and it's summer. Charles de Gaulle, rent a car. You've been driving for forever. I don't know where we are. So I ask a hot French diver, Madame is par la Seine. I'll eat saucisson, baby, if you'll drink champagne. I leave you with a poem from the Chinese youth of France are familiar with, from Miraculous Ladybug. Another day, I'm back at school. I look at him. He's so cool. He looks at me. I look away. But does he see me anyway? Oh, he's got me spinning around. My feet, my heart, they are off the ground. And when the sun goes down, that's when I become miraculous, simply the best. Up to the test when things go wrong. Miraculous, the luckiest. The power of love, always so strong. I am a cat just chilling out. But in the night, I think about. I feel so strong when she is around. She picks me up when I am down. Oh, no, you'll never know. My love can only grow. And when I see her smile, that's when she becomes miraculous, simply the best. Up to the test when things go wrong. Miraculous, the luckiest. The power of love, always so strong. Thank you.
Thank you, Rudaba. That was lovely. I especially enjoyed the use of Thumper for the enthusiastic lift in the official brawl. So next up we have Francis DJ Franchise. Woo!
All right, I guess it's me. What's up, guys? I'm more talking or less talking, more singing. Real quick. So like, what? I didn't know that there was a theme. you know. So, but apparently, it's just through the mystics of the universe. I'm gonna sing a couple of Michael songs, and that'd be Michael Bolton and Michael Jackson. And so I don't really know my mic like settings or like sound settings, so you might have to ride your volumes a little bit because this is the first time, and I'm just doing this like straight up, like no sound check, and like we'll see what happens. So if my mic's too loud, in the balance, I don't know, but we'll see. I'm gonna do Michael Jackson first. Let's see. All right, here we go. Looking out
Ooh.
across the nighttime, the city winks a sleepless eye. Hear her voice shake my window, a sweet seducing sigh. Get me out into the nighttime, for walls can hold me tonight. If this town is just an apple, and let me take a bite. If they say why, tell them that it's human nature. Why does he do it that way? If they say why, tell them that it's human nature. Why does he do it that way? Reaching out to touch a stranger, the electric eyes are everywhere. See that girl, she knows I'm watching. She likes the way I stare, and they say why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why does he do it that way? If they say why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why does he do it that way? I like loving this way. I like living this way. That way, looking out across the morning, the city heart begins to beat. Yeah. Reaching out, I touch her shoulder. I'm dreaming of the street. Yeah. If they say why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why does he do it that way? If they say why? Ooh, tell them why? Why does he do it that way? If they say why? Da 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 da. Why does he do it that way? If they say why? Ooh, tell them why? Why does he do it that way? That way. Oh yeah. That way. Ooh. Okay. How's the microphone situation? How was that?
That was a good balance.
Yeah, it worked. Sounded really nice.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Okay. All right, so yeah, that was kind of like the sound check, you know, like trying to figure that out. All right, so this is on like this is Michael Bolton. How am I supposed to live without you? So it's like with that kind of like the love theme, so, you know, it just naturally fell into place, I guess. So let's go, let's do it. I'm down to collab. Yo, hit me up after in the DM, yo, for sure. Okay. All right, Michael Bolton. How am I supposed to live without you? I don't know if you like Saved by the Bell. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Saved by the Bell, but this was like one of like the biggest scenes that made me cry watching Saved by the Bell. So let me take it all back. Zach! What, Kelly? We weren't supposed to break up like this! It's okay. We'll be friends forever. I could hardly believe it when I heard the news today. I had to come and get it straight from you. They said they were leaving, someone swept your heart away. From the look upon your face, I see it's true. So tell me all about it. Tell me about the plan to make it. Tell me one thing more before I go. Tell me, am I supposed to live without you? Now that I've been loving you so long, how am I supposed to live without you? How am I supposed to carry on? When all that I've been living for is gone. I didn't come here for crying, didn't come here to break down. It's just a dream of mine is coming to an end. And how can I blame you when I build my world around you? And one thing that we'd be so much more than friends. And I don't want to know the price I'm gonna pay for dreaming. Even now it's more than I can take. Tell me, how am I supposed to live without you? Now that I've been loving you so long, how am I supposed to live without you? How am I supposed to carry on? And all that I've been living for is gone. Horns. Oh, and I don't wanna pay the price that I could pay for Now that I can dream is coming true. Tell me, how am I supposed to live without you? Now that I've been loving you so long, how am I supposed to live without you? How am I supposed to carry on when all that I've been living for is gone? It's all your fault, Jeff. Zach and Kelly forever. All right, that's it.
Yes! That was fantastic.
Oh my God. Oh my God. What happened? I don't know where I went. I got crazy with it.
That's good.
It's the power of Zach and Kelly.
It is.
Yo, right? That moment. It's like you have to go back to that moment. And it's like true love. We were talking about love songs. So it's like, oh, well, I guess it's meant to be.
That's some serious magic right there.
So love song actually just the theme that I gave to myself so that I would have to work within a theme, because I prefer to do it that way rather than just have the entirety of music open to me. I like to narrow it down for myself. But if anybody else is interested, I'll let you know what I have in mind next week, and you can do it too, but that is completely optional. It's literally just a me thing.
Eventually, we might have
because I'm
things
saying, like, the universe was saying that, like, you know, it was like we're all connected, you know, like we're all thinking the same thing. You know, it's so crazy. Like, what a coincidence.
It's
Exactly.
real.
I love how it just comes together like that.
Exactly.
Can I also say that I love that there's really weird shadows and fingers and things happening in David's feed there, and I don't know what it is, but it makes me so happy. Just throwing that down. All right. So, Danielle, back to you.
Yes. All right. So my next song is another love song, and it is a love song of deep and utter true longing. So here we go. When the sunlight has gone and the green hills turn gray and the day turns to evening somehow, and I'm thinking of you, but you're so far away, and I'm wanting you close to me now. Oh, chocolate chip cookies so high on the shelf, hiding inside of a jar. I'm not tall enough to reach you myself, so near and yet so very far. I can never forget you, you're all I adore. Though many long moments I try, I call out your name, but I'll have to do more to bring you back here to my side. Oh, chocolate chip cookies so high on the shelf, hiding inside of a jar. I'm not tall enough to reach you myself, so near and yet so very far. If I had 3 wishes, they'd all be for you. If I had my way, be mine. Oh, the reach wouldn't matter if I had a ladder. If I weren't so short, we'd be fine. We could be back together someday. I cannot be happy till then. I have loved you before. I would love you some more. And I want to be with you again. When the sunlight has gone and the green hills turn gray, oh, chocolate chip cookie, so high on the shelf, hiding inside of the jar. I'm not tall enough to reach you myself. So near and yet so very far. And I wish I could be where you are. That's my idea of a love song, by the way, just so you know, because I was singing about something that I love, which is cookies. Yeah. But you know what else I love? I love math. Math is great. Math is wonderful. Math brings order to the universe, and that is one of the things I love about it. And the thing about people who like math is that we are awkward. And frequently, while we want to be cool and we want to be able to ask out that super hot, mega foxy, awesome hot person, we just don't know exactly how to do it right. So we think of R. Kelly and we try to be like him because, you know, without the child sex thing, he's pretty cool. No, he's not cool. But basically, I have a song for you about math, which I love. Shawty, 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 won't you add them threes? Math is a difficult thing. If you're having trouble, you can count on me. See, numbers can set you free. I get the frustration with the situation. I'm here to bring the joy to all the girls and boys who have more fun when they sing this song. I wanna see that booty do math, addition, subtraction, let me see them fractions. I wanna see that booty do math, won't you subdivide them, multiply and times them. I wanna see that booty do math, arithmetic sequence, call me on the weekend, practice polynomials, then I know we all will come together and sing this song. I wanna see that booty do math, I wanna see that booty do math, I wanna see that booty do math, I wanna see that booty do, I wanna see that booty do, baby, 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 what's your rate of change? Numbers can be insane, crack your old sums and you'll go far, just like these old math stars. Stephen Hawking, Newton, Pythagoras, Euclid, 2 + 9 is 11, - 4 is 7. Oh, I could go on and on. Instead, let's sing this song, addition, subtraction, let me see them fractions. I wanna see that booty do math, won't you subdivide them, multiply and times them. I wanna see that booty do math, arithmetic sequence, call me on the weekend, practice polynomials, then I know we all will come together and sing this song. I wanna see that booty do math, I wanna see that booty do math, I wanna see that booty do math, I wanna see that booty do, booty do. I wanna see that booty, booty, booty. It's like you and me is the function of we and in the root of seed for the family tree. And I hope that to the fraction of my love can be reciprocal. Co-sign my words, though these feelings are so critical. Baby girl, I run my protractor over each and every parabola. And working it out, haven't you? Let's go measure the circumference of the earth. Girl, you make it such a joy to go and double check my work. When the booty do math, like I truly gotta have it. Fooling me in calculus, ruining my averages. Check these feelings when you add and subtract like that. I wanna see that booty do math. Addition, subtraction, let me see the fractions. I wanna see that booty do math. 1 2 subdivide them, multiply and times them. I wanna see that booty do math. Arithmetic sequence, call me on the weekend. Practice polynomials, then I know we all will come together and sing this song. I wanna see that booty do math. I wanna see that booty do math. I wanna see that booty do math. I wanna see that booty do, booty do, booty do, booty do.
And now we all want cookies.
But what about
Some of us will
cookies
get
and
cookies.
math?
Well, guess what? You need math to make cookies, and if you eat enough cookies, your booty is doing mega math.
I smelt it.
I have
It was-
like 4 different kinds of Girl Scout cookies right here.
oh my gosh.
You're
Bend
so
them over.
mean. Why not just bend me over with a whip, for God's sake? Yes, that got recorded.
Grabby hands! Grabby
Don't worry about
hands!
it.
You know what's worse?
You gotta get her to do math.
The worst part is the fact that those will probably go bad before I eat them. They aren't even opened.
That's
Oh.
very, very sad.
I don't
you-
understand these things.
Have
you're
you tried
saying.
putting them in the freezer? They'll last about a year.
Freezer! Freezer! I've
Eat
got
them
a bunch
now.
of Thin Mints in my
I know.
freezer.
Eat them now.
You
No,
owe it
as a
to the
talent,
cookies.
I say someone should like eat cookies for like their talent.
I used to buy
You just
boxes
watch
of
them
Thin
eat
Mints,
Girl Scout
50 at a
cookies.
time. Yeah, I used to buy 50 boxes of Thin Mints and just have one a week for the whole year.
Who bought those cookies?
I did.
I bought you cookies. I bought you cases of cookies. Cases and cases of cookies.
And they were tasty
Oh,
too.
here comes a love song.
Cases of cookies. It does sound like a love song. All right, I'm going to give it back to you, Danielle, unless you want me to go ahead and play the pet poetry we have.
Oh, please play some pet poetry.
Okay, well.
Pretty
let's-
please.
I'm intrigued.
Pretty please. Oh, okay. So now I share my screen. And there we go. And you should all see it now, yes? Okay. I press the play.
A Fruit Piece by James Whitcomb Riley. The afternoon of summer folds its warm arms around the marigolds, and with its gleaming fingers pets the watered pinks and violets that from the casement faces spill over the cottage windowsill, their fragrance down the garden walks where droop the dry-mouthed hollyhocks. How vividly the sunshine scrawls the grapevine shadows on the walls. How like a trud swings the breeze in high boughs of the apple trees. The slender freestone lifts aloof, full languidly above the roof. A hoard of fruitage stamped with gold and precious mintings manifold. High up, though curled green leaves of pear hangs hot with ripeness here and there. Beneath the sagging trellisings, in lush lackluster clusterings, great torpid grapes, all flattened through with moon and sunshine, shade and dew, until their swollen girths express but forms of limp deliciousness, drugged to an indolence divine with heaven's own sacramental wine.
Oh, Tobias.
And that is Tobias. It's actually part of our goal is to have fun with accents, but not necessarily always throw the stereotype down. Now it's funny because he's talking about wine there, but we've also recorded a bunch of sonnets, and the idea of Vash, who has a brash Scottish accent, or Tobias, who has a very like stereotypical, almost troped Irish accent, doing eloquent poetry is just it's a mission we have to do, you know. So
It's
there are
funny.
more coming. Check out Pet Poetry on the YouTube. And back to you, Danielle.
Excellent. Ryan, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Very good. Let's give it up for producer Ryan.
So, to give a quick explanation, I have been spending a lot of time with our other project, Scintillating Stories, going through various stories and thinking about what lasts the test of time. And I came across this little one, and it is, at this point, the author is even unknown. I just have the company of Longman Green and Company, who translated the story of the merchant and the gin. Once upon a time, a merchant who was possessed of great wealth in land and in merchandise, as well as in gold and silver. He was obliged from time to time to take journeys to arrange his affairs. One day, having to go a long way from home, he mounted his horse, taking with him a small pack in which he had put a few beets and dates, because he had to pass through the desert where no food was to be found. He arrived without any mishap, and thus, having finished his business, set out on his return. On the fourth day of his journey, the heat of the sun being very great, he turned out his road to rest under some trees. He found at the foot of a large walnut tree a fountain of clear running water. He dismounted, fastened his horse to a branch of the tree, and sat by the fountain. After having taken from his pack some dates and biscuits, when he finished his frugal meal, he washed his face and hands in the fountain. When he was thus employed, he saw an enormous gin, white with rage, coming towards him, a scimitar in hand. "Arise," he said in a terrible voice, "and let me kill you as you have killed my son." As he uttered those words, he gave a frightful yell. The merchant, quiet, as much terrified at the hideous face of the monster as its words, answered him trembling, "Alas, good sir, what have I done to you to deserve death?" "I shall kill you," repeated the gin, "as you have killed my son." "But," said the merchant, "how could I have killed your son? I do not know him. I've never seen him." "When you arrived here, did you not sit upon the ground?" asked the gin. "Did you not take some dates from your pack? And whilst eating them, did you not throw stones about?" "Yes," said the merchant, "I certainly did so." "Then," said the gin, "I tell you, you have killed my son. For whilst you were throwing the stones, my son passed by, and one of them struck him upon the eye and killed him. And so I shall kill you." "Alas, sir, forgive me," cried the merchant. "I will have no mercy on you," answered the gin. "But I killed your son quite unintentionally, so I implore you, spare my life." "No," said the gin, "I shall kill you as you killed my son." And so saying, he seized the merchant by the arm, threw him to the ground, and lifted his saber above his head. The merchant, protesting his innocence, bewailing his wife and children, tried pitifully to avert his fate. The gin, with raised scimitar, waited until he had finished, but he was not the least touched. When the merchant saw the gin was determined to cut his head, he said, "One more word, I entreat you. Grant me a little delay, just a short time, to go home and bid my wife and children farewell, and to make my will. When I have done this, I will come back here, and you shall kill me." "But," answered the gin, "if I grant you the delay you ask, I'm afraid you will not come back." "I give you my word of honor," answered the merchant, "that I will come back without fail." "How long do you require?" "I ask you for a year's grace," replied the merchant. I promise you, tomorrow, 12 months hence, I shall be waiting under these trees to give myself to you." On this, the djinn neared the fountain and disappeared. The merchant, having recovered from his fright, mounted his horse and went on his road. When he had arrived home, his children and wife received him with the greatest joy. But instead of embracing them, he began to weep so bitterly that they soon guessed that something terrible was the matter. "Tell us, I pray you," said his wife, "what has happened?" "Alas," answered her husband, "I have only a year to live." And then he told them what had passed between him and the djinn, and now he had given his word to return at the end of the year to be killed. When they heard the sad news, they were in despair and wept much. The next day, the merchant began to settle his affairs. First, he paid all of his debts. He gave presents to his friends and large alms to the poor, and provided for his wife and children. The year soon passed away, and he was obliged to depart. When he tried to say goodbye, he was quite overcome with grief, and only with difficulty tore himself away. At length, he reached the place where he had first seen the djinn, and on the very day he had appointed. He dismounted and sat at the edge of the fountain, where he waited the djinn in terrible suspense. Whilst he was waiting, an old man leading a hind came towards him. They greeted one another, and the old man said to him, "May I ask, brother, what has brought you to this desert place, where there are so many evil genii about? To see these beautiful trees, one would imagine it was inhabited, but it is a dangerous place to stop long in." The merchant told the man he was obliged to come, and he listened in astonishment. "That was a most marvelous affair. I should like to be witness of your interview with the djinn." And so saying, he sat down behind the merchant. While they were talking, another old man came up, followed by two black dogs. He greeted them and asked what they were doing in this place. The old man who was leading the hind told him the adventure of the merchant and the djinn. The second old man had no sooner heard the story than he too decided to stay and see what would happen. He sat down beside the others and was talking when a third old man arrived. He asked why the merchant who was with them looked so sad, and they told him the story, and he too was resolved to see what passed between the djinn and the merchant, and so waited with the rest. They soon saw in the distance thick smoke like a cloud of dust. The smoke came nearer, and then all at once it vanished, and they saw the djinn, who without speaking to them approached the merchant, sword in hand, taking him by the arm and said, "Get up and let me kill you as you have killed my son." The merchant and the three men began to weep and groan, and then the old man leading the hind threw himself at the monster's feet and said, "O Prince of Genii, I beg of you, stay your fury and listen to me. I'm going to tell you the story of my story and that of the hind that I have with me, and you will find it more marvelous than that of the merchant whom you're about to kill, and I hope you will do away with a third of his punishment." The djinn considered for some time, and he said, "Very well, I agree with this." And the rest is another story. The end.
Woo! That was really good. I like that.
Thank you. That was from the Arabian Nights.
Well, you should do more of them. I mean, how many nights were there?
1,001.
There's a lot.
That's a lot of material right there.
It's funny you should mention that, but Scintillating Stories will be releasing excerpts from the Arabian Nights coming up in the very near future. We actually are doing a test recording this week.
Very good. Awesome.
Thanks for the lead-in.
The lady with all the answers, Selene, what do you have for us?
I have too many answers. That's the problem. And too many questions. And too many jokes. I'm reminded of a cook's jape I once committed upon a royal personage some years ago. The concept was not original with me. I had heard of a similar incident long ago and far away and decided to commit it anew. Knowing the timid tastes of our populace, instead of an actual boar's head, we served pies of mincemeat to the populace and a paste replica of a boar's head to the high table with mincemeat inside. The head was capped with a gilded crown, so I bore the boar to King Guy, exhorting him to decrown the pretender and begin the sweet course. The king graciously did so. Being a good little herald cook, I announced it to the crowd. "The king has the brains of a pig." The king looked at me. I looked at him. I have an amendment to the previous announcement. The king does not have the brains of a pig. King Guy looks at me. I look at him. I'm leaving while I still have my head, quoth I, and did so with all speed. And thus is the cook's jape. Now, switching to another century, 1946 to be precise, I have a sweet, adorable love song. It's called Sweethearts Again, and some of you are already snickering, I'll bet. Life used to be a gay thing, filled with happiness, night and day thing. It was something to have and to hold, but it seems that your love grew cold. I never knew that our romance had ended until you poisoned my food. And I thought it was a lark when you kicked me in the park. But now I think it was rude. I never knew that our romance was finished until that bottle hit my head. Though I tried to be aloof when you pushed me off the roof, I feel our romance is dead. It wouldn't have been so bad if you told me that someone had taken my place. But no, you didn't even scold me. You just tried to disfigure my face. You'll never know how my poor heart is breaking. It looks so helpless, but then life used to be so placid. Won't you please put down that acid and say that we're sweethearts again?
Yes.
Of course you knew that.
Of course I did. And also, I very much really loved that little bit of SCA stand-up about the king having the brains of the pig.
That is an absolutely true story, and if Guy hadn't drunk too much that night, he can probably back me up on it.
That's wonderful. For the boar. All right.
Okay.
Well, we have had a few kings that have the brains of a pig.
It's true.
Yeah, but we don't need to talk about them tonight. Let's not think about them.
All I'm saying is defend the crown, not the king.
Let's not worry about kings who may or may not have had the brains of a pig.
Or smaller. Oh no, I keep going.
But next is someone real cool. We really, really, really liked their story last time, and I hope they have something real cool. Well, I know they'll have something real cool again. What am I hoping for? I know they'll have something real cool again. Eli, are you ready?
I am ready.
Excellent. Take it away.
Okay, if it pleases the court, I would like to add to the theme of love. I have a one poem that I wrote for Valentine's Day this year that is about all kinds of love, not just romantic love, all kinds of love. So this is Love is a Garden. Love is a garden, see how it grows, sometimes not neatly, sometimes in rows. Water it often, but not too much. Growing your love takes a delicate touch. Sometimes it's platonic, the love of a friend, the love of a sibling, a parent, a friend. Cherish this love, it will see you through when trouble comes into the garden you grew. Sometimes it's romantic, sometimes it's intense. This kind of love doesn't make any sense. This love grows in tangles, sometimes it grows weeds, sometimes it grows flowers, sometimes it bears seeds. Some loves are messy, some loves are neat, some loves are triumphs, some loves a defeat. Some loves are stable, some loves will not hold. Some loves are timid, some loves are bold. Some loves will save you, some loves make you cry, some loves will mourn you, some loves will die. Love, every love matters, the big and the small, just don't forget to water them all. Love is a garden, verdant and green, don't try to hide it, it's meant to be seen. Love is important, let your love shine. Love is important, and you're one of mine. And then I have 2 more poems that I'm going to do, and these are something completely different. These are ghost stories, and they are both based off of a true story. So, let me just get down here. This one is 3 times true, and this is a story told to me by a friend. Oops, and I went too far. 3 times true, as the old ones say, 3 times said by a child at play. The boy is mad, he wants it back. The words ring out with a hard, sharp crack. The child plays and seems alone. But do they play with a friend unknown? They laugh alone in the dying sun. A sudden snap and the play is done. The boy is mad, he wants it back. The adults watch, mouths gone slack. 3 times they watch this child alone play the same scene as if set in stone. 3 times the child plays and cries. 3 times the laughter builds and dies. Who is the boy? What does he lack? The boy is mad. He wants it back. And then last but not least, this is a true story that happened to me a few years ago. And it is called The Pervy Ghosts, because that is what it is about. A swelter in summer, the heat and the sweat. My oven apartment is as cool as it'll get. I'm all alone in the hot and the heat. I gotta do something, I'm so damn beat. I decide like a flash, I'll take a shower. With the way that I smell, now's the time, now's the hour. I take off my clothes, I step through the door, I stop, I jump, and nervous, I whirl. Nobody's there, but I swear it was real. That hand on my ass, copping a feel. Hello? I call out, but no one is there. I'm still home alone, with a chill in the air. All I can think of, and all I can ask, how do you ask a ghost not to grab your ass?
All right. That was excellent.
I think we all need a pervy ghost in our lives.
We've had Grey Wolf.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, can I try a spontaneous story?
Please.
So speaking of pervy ghosts, a good friend of ours, quite a few years ago now, Grey Wolf, when he passed, I knew before it happened, and this has happened a few times in my life, and but I was plagued because occasionally when people pass, I am put in a position where I have reoccurring dreams about them, and I had a lot of reoccurring dreams about Grey Wolf, and that the people that were with him when he died needed to be consoled. And so I put it out to the universe that let me meet with those people and see if I can do that for him. Meanwhile, Droppin was having a memorial for him, but so many people responded that they didn't want to host it the way they were going to host it anymore. It was going to be at their anniversary setting. There was going to be too many people showing up, and they canceled. But they canceled while people had already made their flights, and there was a huge upheaval on social media. And I, who wanted to celebrate Grey Wolf's life and now his passing and moving on, I went ahead and planned a memorial myself, and we had a wake for him at the park where we normally have had Calphian anniversary in the past, and it was magic. Apparently, to this very day, I'm still very attached to Grey Wolf's spirit, and at that time, I felt like I was talking to him during the wake. Lots of people showed up, including a bunch of Droffin. People flew from everywhere, of course, being that it was an unofficial non-SCA event. I had good friends of mine who are very involved send me messages saying, oh, make sure you let everyone know it's not an SCA event. Of course I did. You might want to have insurance. I did. Had $1 million waiver. Oh, by the way, you might want to have everyone sign that waiver. Already on it, no worries. And we actually even hosted fighting because I had good enough insurance that I just said, why not? And when everyone showed up, we were waiting specifically for Amber whose SCA name suddenly escapes me from Drawfin to show up before we started. And the sky suddenly got, had been cold, like the overcast, and Trigvi was saying he wanted to leave because he was a little concerned for the weather. And I was so worried that we wouldn't be able to have some of the people we loved. I said, oh goodness, Grey Wolf, I don't know what to do, but we won't be able to keep Trigvi here with this weather. And as soon as I said that out loud, the clouds parted and the sun shone. We got started because Amber wasn't there yet. And as we were going through everyone's either saying goodbyes or performances, we even had a pants dance because you can't have a wake for Grey Wolf without a pants dance. Just towards the end, I said, goodness gracious, what will we do if Amber doesn't show up? And like through the smoke in the distance, she comes walking up through to the open pavilion and, or the open ramada, I should say, and came just on time to perform. And I thought, well, I have done my duty. I love you, Grey Wolf. I send you on in peace. And I bought a set of wind chimes to keep him, you know, nearby for when he just wants to say hello. But he wasn't content with that, shall we say. And whether or not you believe this, every time I would go to take a shower, the wind chimes would be a-ringing, okay? And if you knew Grey Wolf, this was quite real thing, that he was quite a pervert and had always wanted to see me naked, and now apparently had been able to. And so, after about 3 or 4 of these experiences, I was a bit unnerved and uncomfortable in the shower. And finally, I yelled really loudly, Grey Wolf, if you don't get out of my shower now, you are not welcome to visit me anymore. And the wind chimes stopped. And that is my story.
Oh, yeah, that sounds exactly like Grey Wolf. Amber is Bisa, by the way.
Thank you. I never remember like anyone's second name when I'm telling a story.
That's okay.
You get one name.
So, Cage or Aaron could not make it tonight. So, Ghislaine, do you have anything else you would like to do for us before I end? Because I also have a Grey Wolf story, but mine's not nearly as good. It doesn't involve being a ghost or anything.
Well, if you have a Grey Wolf story, go ahead and share it, and I will pull up a love song right now and see what happens. All
right. So my story about Grey Wolf is not related to him being a ghost, but it is related to him being a pervert. So we got that going for us. But no, honestly. Yeah, he was a pervert when he was alive.
Love songs from Pervy Grey Wolf. You know, who knew?
Yeah. But no, he was an absolutely fantastic human being. Even if he was a pervert, he would also make sure you did get where you were going safely. He just talked like a lech. He wasn't actually one. But within my particular warband, sometimes there are rumors of people having done things with other members of my warband. Things. You know the things. Salony knows the things.
That's another story.
Yeah. But there are frequent rumors of orgies, and there are frequent rumors of other things that are similar to orgies. I have not ever been invited to a Drawfin orgy, so I'm sure they don't happen anymore because I am their type. But anyway, so my story about Grey Wolf has to do with the fact that with all of these rumors, it is very possible that you can do 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon and say that you have made out with that person over there. Like, that person has made out with this person, who's made out with this person, who's made out with this person, and 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon, you've made out with just about everybody, and drop it. Grey Wolf was quite inebriated when I had made this comment, like, that I am 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon away from making out with everybody in the warband. He only heard I've made out with everybody in the warband, which I haven't. And so he's like, well, I've never made out with you. And then he real quickly, before I even knew what he was about to do, just grabbed my head, stuck his tongue down my throat, and he says, there, now I've made out with you. And that was my Grey Wolf story.
You might want to get that checked.
Oh, I did.
Okay, well, in the spirit of love songs, I have a song that I haven't sung in quite a few years now. We threw it into a show we did called Stories and Songs of Love You May Not Yet Have Heard of. And most of you will have heard this. It's a remake of a song by The Cure. And let's see how it works. Oh, it'll play after the ad. Mm-hmm. She has those same scents. Oh. I hope this commercial was as good for you as it was for me.
Writing's not that easy, but Grammarly can help.
Oh wow, more than one.
The sentence is grammatically correct.
Here we go. Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am home again. Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am whole again. Ooh. Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am young again. Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am fun again. Oh, however far away, I will always love you. However long I stay, I will always love you. Whatever words I say, I will always love you. I will always love you. Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am free again. Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am clean again. Oh, however far away, I will always love you. However long I stay, I will always love you. Whatever words I say, I will always love you. I will always love you. I'm going to take time from this bridge to thank you all for coming to Open Mic Night. I don't know if anyone else is going to sing another song, but this has been very special to me, and I hope it's all been special to you. However far away, I will always love you. However long I stay, I will always love you. Whatever words I say, I will always love you. I will always love you. Always love you. I love you. Ooh. To catch more of what we're doing, check out Scintillating Stories next week. And back to you, Danielle.
Thank you, everybody. All right. So in case you haven't noticed, you are welcome for the invitation, Selene. You are welcome to come back anytime you want. You're fantastic. We love you. Anyway, in case any of you haven't noticed, I have my screen so that it's a picture of me when other people are performing. So that way you don't see me typing like this with my mouth hanging open, trying to organize all of y'all. But anyway, Matt, are you back and ready to give us some Weird Al?
Yes. You guys.
Excellent. All right.
I was gonna go into costume, but I'll just jump right in it. Next time.
And now I'm gonna need a costume next time.
Okay, whenever you guys are ready. Long, long time ago, in a galaxy far away, Naboo was under an attack. And I thought me and Qui-Gon Jinn could talk the Federation into maybe cutting them a little slack. But their response, it didn't thrill us. They locked the doors and tried to kill us. We escaped from that gas and met Jar Jar and Boss Nass. We took a bongo to the scene. We went to Thebes to see the Queen. We all wound up on Tatooine. That's when we found this boy. You're welcome to sing along if you guys want. Oh my, this here Anakin guy. Maybe Vader someday later, for now he's just a small fry. He left his home and kissed his mommy goodbye, singing, soon I'm gonna be a Jedi. Soon I'm gonna be a Jedi. I forgot the rest. Wait, hang on, pause. Okay.
Did you know this junkyard slave?
Yes, thank you. Keep going, keep going. Isn't even old enough to shave, but he can use the Force, they say. I ain't used to him hitting on the Queen, but he's but 9 and she's 13. Yeah, he's probably gonna marry her someday. Well, I've seen how fast his pod can go, and I know he built C-3PO. We end the two. It was a bloomin' David on this race, and the moment Jabba Hutt started off that race, we know who would win first place. Oh yes, it was that boy. I was singing, my, this here Anakin guy. Maybe Vader someday later, now he's just a small fry. He left his home and kissed his mommy goodbye, singing, soon I'm gonna be a Jedi. Soon I'm gonna be a Jedi. We finally made to Coruscant, the Jedi Council we knew would want to train the boy. Good day. Oh, we brought him there and we told the tale how his many Chlorians were off the scale. And he da. Oh, the council was impressed, of course. Could he bring balance to the force? They interviewed the kid. Oh, training they forbid, because Yoda sensed in him much fear. But Qui-Gon said, you looky here, just stick it in your pointy ears. Oh yes, I'll train this boy. They were singing, sing along. My,
this here Anakin guy. Maybe Vader someday later. Now he's just a small fry.
He left his home
and kissed his mommy goodbye, singing soon
I'm gonna be a Jedi.
Soon I'm gonna be a Jedi.
We caught a
ride back to Naboo,
'cause Queen Amidala wanted to. I frankly would have rather had stayed. We all fought in that epic war, and wasn't all at all before little hotshot flew his plane and saved the day. But in the end, some Gungans died, some ships blew up and some pilots fried. A lot of folks were croaking. The battle droids were broken. And the Jedi I admired most met up with Darth Maul and now he's toast. But I'm still here and he's a ghost. I guess I'll train this boy. Sing along. You can even unmute if you want to. Oh my, this here guy. Maybe Vader someday later, for now he's just a small fry. He left his home and kissed his mommy goodbye. Saying soon I'm gonna be a Jedi. Oh, soon I'm gonna be a Jedi.
Yay!
Can I just say that was not too laggy? Like, it was
Thank you.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I know I struggled a few times.
Yeah.
We all do.
Yeah, that's the great thing about these things is there's no one else. There's no one else to see us make.
It's only recorded.
Yeah, and it's going to be online later on. So hey.
This is not going up on.
I know that song. I'll kill you.
It's not on iHeartRadio or even iClub Radio or
No. In fact, we can't monetize, so we put it on YouTube and we share it with everyone. Like we just actually posted the one from 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and you can share with your family and friends, and it's technically public accessible. But until Ryan and I say until Ryan and I become famous, you don't have to worry about the millions watching it yet.
Yeah.
And when they do, we're famous, so that's only going to help you. So,
well, if they come along and DMCA you, you'll know. All right.
Yeah.
But I don't think anything we record is going to come up in their algorithms. You know what I mean?
From what I found, as long as you don't monetize, you're usually okay.
Yeah, like or like, yo, throw me some tips, you know.
Yeah. We've been demonetized.
Yes.
It's not. We've had videos demonetized for copyright, but it's not even a strike. It's
I just like post my
can't make
Venmo and
money.
I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna take the shirt off. No, I'm just kidding.
That's a whole other show.
It's the The
When we're-
pervy not ghost.
when we're getting the 100,000 views that make a monetization an issue, we'll talk about it then.
Yeah.
So Danielle, before we close up the show, it looks like we
Yeah,
have
we got 2 more people.
awesome. Woo!
And by more people,
Yeah,
I mean,
baby.
they've already been up, but they have volunteered graciously to go up again for us. So Eli is next, and then Francis just said maybe, but he said that he was interested. So Francis, you figure out what you want to do. Eli, you are next.
Okay, so I am going to play House of the Rising Sun, but it's not what you're expecting. It is not the Animals version. It is a version that takes their lyrics and historical lyrics from as many different versions as I could find to build an actual narrative to this story. So, sit back and enjoy.
Yes. So good. Hidden talents. How do I not know you can do this? Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was really good. Oh my gosh. By the way, can I just say instrument twins?
Instrument twins. Yes, I thought that's the first time you brought yours out.
Yeah, instrument twins. Cool. All right. That was fantastic and wonderful, and I love the narrative, which you are good at narratives. So thank you, Eli. Next up, we have Francis. Do you know what you're doing?
Yeah. So I think like if no one else is gonna do it, I was thinking maybe I could do some Journey. I don't know. I don't want to be like stereotypical
Yeah.
or whatever.
Do it.
Ah, do it. Do it.
Okay. I think. What's up? Just relax. I'm gonna do some Journey. But it's not the journey that you think it is. It's gonna be Open Arms. Go. Yo.
That is what I was thinking it would be.
No, shut up, because of the love songs. Of course. Okay. Okay, here we go. Oh, wait, no, I'm just kidding. I always do that. Here we go. Lying beside you, here in the dark, feeling your heartbeat with mine. Softly you whisper, you're so sincere. How could our love be so blind? We sailed on together, we drifted apart, and here you are by my side. Come up, side to side. So now I come to you with open arms, nothing to hide. Believe what I say. So here I am with open arms, hoping you'll see what your love means to me. Open arms. Living without you, living alone. This empty house seems so cold. Wanting to hold you, wanting you near. How much I want a new home. Now that you come back tonight and today, I need you to stay. Sway with me side to side. So now I come to you with open arms, nothing to hide. Believe what I say. So here I am with open arms, hoping you'll see what your love means to me. Open arms.
That was beautiful. That was fantastic.
Did it work? Did it work?
Oh, it worked.
Holy crap, it was better than your other two songs that you probably prepared. Like,
Absolutely.
and I've been there.
I think it was the warm-up.
God, that was good, dude.
It was really good.
That was great.
Yeah. It's a warm-up. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, that was really fantastic. I had to bring out my sonic screwdriver to be alive.
That's love right there.
That's good. I've got a Disneyland
What is that?
souvenir with a little sorcerer Mickey arm.
What is that unlock?
But it was the thing.
What'd you say, Francis?
It was.
Okay, I couldn't figure out what that was. It just looked wrong.
It was, but it was it's the only light. I didn't have a lighter. Okay.
It does look dirty. It does.
Yeah, that's exactly.
But imagine this.
Ooh, Malushka boobs.
You know how they just splash mountains this way.
Yeah, it's not Bluetooth, right? You cannot.
No, and it doesn't vibrate. It just lights up. It isn't that much fun.
You know, I never got one of those from like World of Color or anything where it will sync up. I totally want one.
I don't even know if they have them anymore, but you know, I got.
Who knows if they'll even have World of Color the same way anymore?
No,
well, but it's always a new thing. You know, maybe they'll have something different next year, and it'll be lovely.
That's what I'm hoping.
I have some faith that it'll be fun, whatever's there.
Yeah.
For real.
I just want to go on Rise of the Resistance. I'm dying here. I never got to go.
Wait. Well, there's always next year when the quarantine ends.
I know. Well, you know, and I've got friends who work at the park, and they're kind of at home twiddling their thumbs right now and wishing people would wear their masks and starve the little beggars out, but hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. No, it really hasn't.
Well, we'll get there, guys. We really will.
We will get there.
You know,
and may we all be there together.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, and with
Next
our
year
strange
in
bodies
Anaheim.
that look like penises.
Yes.
And what could be bad?
There's nothing bad about that.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I just have the randomest candle.
I know a company that makes Avengers penis material that you can make masks out of.
The Thanos? Never mind.
Okay, back up on that.
Wait.
Hold it.
Penis material?
Yeah, they look like little penises, but there's like a Spider-Man penis and an Iron Man penis, and then there's like a dildo that looks like Black Widow, and yeah.
Oh, it's
I think I
fabric
saw
with
that.
Avenger penis.
That's the wrong one, isn't it?
I'm curious now.
It's Twisted Needles Textiles. I can't
I'm
remember.
gonna look that up.
Okay, Google that.
If
I like
anyone
that
finds
plan.
it before we end, please put it in the chat.
See, I like the plan of wearing penises on your face mask because if anybody can tell that they're penises, they're too close.
Oh, they also make a supernatural penis fabric. So it's got like Cass as a penis and Moose and Squirrel, Dean and Sam. They've got Fleshlight for Rowena and Jody. It's adorable.
And they've got a free face mask pattern. I mean, they know what you're using it for.
Right. Because that's what you're using it for.
This is not my computer. I don't know how to get on the interwebs. 1 second.
Oh, don't worry. It's already been shared in the chat.
Oh, it has. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Selene is on it. She's amazing.
I am the queen of Google.
There's also a
Cass.
There's also a Facebook group that I can invite Danielle to, and then you can invite everybody else because they preview the materials that they're going to be doing because they do them in limited runs because they print all of these to order.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, that's what you would have to do.
I think the Avengers ones are like ones that they use consistently forever.
All right.
But the Supernatural one is like coming up in August, I think.
They have Star Wars.
So, Ara, while you are talking to us,
They
would
should
you
make,
like
they should make some
to
Oscar movie
do a
materials as
number for
well.
us?
Okay, let's see if I can remember.
Yay!
Yay!
Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Brain just completely freaking froze right there. Okay. Okay. In the still of the night, I held you tight. Oh, I love you so. Promise I'll never let you go in the still of the night. I remember that night in May. The stars were bright up above. I hope and I pray to keep your precious love. So before the night, hold me again with all of your might in the still of the night. In the still of the night. Okay.
So I think like
I haven't
Oh my
sang that
gosh,
since
love
for like
it.
20 years. So yeah.
So I think maybe at least 4 of us were just sitting at home doing the random shoe-up parts.
Shoo-doo, shoo-be-doo. I was doing it.
we
Shoo-doo.
did we did a when I was in high school, we did a whole concert of all of that era of music. So anytime someone would drag me to karaoke, my musical theater class, we used to every Thursday go to karaoke, and the one that we went to down in PB, like all the people that went there were actually really good. And there was this one guy, he was awesome. He sang nothing but Rat Pack songs. He had like the James Dean shirt with the cigarette pack rolled up, the whole nine. And the first time I went, I sang that, and he comes up afterwards, he's like, did somebody make you sing that? What? I'm like, it's just the only song I could remember, dude. It was funny.
I think that's fantastic. And yes, you would be proud of me, Danielle. I was harmonizing, and I was harmonizing correctly on mute, but nonetheless, I was harmonizing correctly.
On mute.
Yes, it felt so weird not singing it with the backgrounds. I'm like sitting here, like having the background go in my head and going, where am I? Where am I? Where am I?
I think that was the best part, wasn't it, everybody, doing the backup on your own? Because you
Yes.
were like right on the meter. And I was like, oh yeah. You know?
Yes, that made it real fun.
Mm-hmm.
So before I do the closing number of the night, I would like to remind everybody
I sang baritone. I know Ghislaine was alto.
Oh, you were singing baritone?
Nice.
Because I was singing bass. Like I do.
Next meeting, I'm going to sing the Game of Thrones theme song as Beaker from the Muppets.
Yes, please.
I would watch that. I want to watch that.
Yeah.
I want to watch that. I'm down.
Do it.
Somewhere in my music library, I've got the Game of Thrones theme on squeaky toys. It's
Okay, somebody needs to sing the Peter Dinklage version. Peter Dinklage, yeah, that one.
Peter Dinklage, Peter Dinklage, Peter Dinklage.
Yeah, that one.
I like that. I like that. So yeah, before I end the night, I want to remind everybody a few things. One, you want to check out next week. We are doing Scintillating Stories live. That is next weekend, same time, same place.
Featuring a story by Eli.
Featuring a story by Eli. Excellent. That's even better.
And your favorite, Rec Control Department.
Yay, I love Rent Controlled Apartment.
So
That's
there's
fun.
going to be 2 great stories next week.
Yeah, I highly recommend coming next week to this, same time, same place. If you are in the future interested in being a voice artist for Scintillating Stories, please hit up Ghislaine. If you have a story to share for Scintillating Stories, please hit up Ryan. If you would like to perform, not next week, but the week after in our open mic night, hit up me. I think that was everybody that needs to get hit up. So next week, Scintillating Stories, the week after that, more open mic. And we are just doing every Sunday. Check out Intervision Entertainment on YouTube. I believe the channel is now My Aloha TV. Also, where you can, in addition to Scintillating Stories, you can also find Popular Person Problems, Pet Poetry, McGarfield, and I think that's it for now. But yes, check out all of the things. All right, so here is my last love song of the evening. I promise I'm not playing you any tricks with this one. This is a real love song. Kiss me each morning for a million years. Hold me each evening by your side. Tell me you love me for a million years. And if it don't work out, if it don't work out, then you can tell me goodbye. Sweeten my coffee with a morning kiss. Soften my dreams with your sigh. Tell me you love me for a million years. But if it don't work out, if it don't work out, then you can tell me goodbye. If you must go, I won't grieve. If you wait a lifetime before you leave, but if you must go, I won't tell you no, just so that we can say we tried. Tell me you love me for a million years. If it don't work out, if it don't work out, then you can tell me goodbye.